This is the first time I've had Diet Coke or any kind of Coke in a very long time.
Wait a minute, isn't that mine?
Yeah. Oh, anyway, for the people watching, we went to the AMC. There was a restaurant. We were saying maybe we could eat here. And I said, well, wait, before we even eat there, let's go see what movie is playing and if it starts on time, and that'll help us decide whether to see the movie or not, or whether to eat here or not. And so we went up, and there was this movie called The Testament of Anne Lee. And I had never heard of it. I must have heard of it, but not very much. And starring Amanda Seyfried, and someone, Harvey, did you say that you said Jim Nicola said it was very good, or
yes.
It was astounding? Astounding. So I said, astounding's a pretty good review. And it started, and the timing was perfect. And then a stranger passing by saw that we were hemming and hawing about it. She said, it's a really good movie. I said, let's see it. We wanted to do something spontaneous. This is perfect. Let's see it. And it's in 70 millimeter. It's in 70 millimeter, actual 70 millimeter film. That used to be a big fun event. So I drove these people crazy because we got our tickets first, and then Harvey didn't like the seats. So I said, which seat do you want to sit in? And then we found another row he liked, and then I went to change the tickets, and it was a big hassle changing the tickets, but we did it. And then we went back, and I said, Harvey, it's one row in front, and that was a big hassle in itself, because he said, well, now I can't see because the guy in front of me has a cap, and I can't see over the cap. And the parking validation wasn't working, so I had to go to I said, the parking it's not working on, and he said, oh, it's a little damp. I've got a paper one you can use. And anyway, finally the movie started. Then when the lights went down, Harvey didn't have his hearing aids in yet, so there was still all this business about getting his hearing aids in, and I had to hold the light on the front. Oh, God, it was I was trying to keep things as calm and pleasant as possible, but it was really getting hard to do. And so finally, Harvey always doesn't, when the screens are dark, a lot of screens in Los Angeles and probably everywhere else too are dark. They're too fucking dark. I don't know why they don't have, the screens are not as bright as they used to be. And it's hard to see the movie. And Harvey has a little bit of trouble seeing right now while he's temporarily has not using one of his eyes. So it's even harder. And so he's wondering, I can't see it. So I had to lean over and say, it is a dark screen. It isn't just you. That screen is dark. And we were like, all right. And then the movie went on another minute or so, and I said, it's also not very good sound. And he said, do you want to leave? And I said, no, that's fine. We could stay. He said, no, I want to. And I said, oh, you want to leave? So we left because he couldn't see, he couldn't hear. It didn't matter. Plus, I was starving. So I had gotten some nachos and cheese, which I expected to be hot. And they handed me this bag of nachos and this little tub of cheese that wasn't even heated up. And I was like, so discombobulated at the time, and we were like, oh, fine, I'll just take it. And then I came back out again for drinks, and then finally, and then we said we're not going. So we had after getting the tickets, changing the tickets, getting food, getting drinks. I was up to the concession stand 4 times because that's where the box office was. The 5th time I had to walk out and say, listen, 70 millimeter or not, that movie is too fucking dark. That screen is too fucking dark, and that sound is not crisp, and we are not interested in seeing this, and I would like our money back for our tickets. And I didn't know that these nachos and cheese were going to be I thought they were going to be hot. I don't want these.
Oh, you gave them the nachos back too?
Yeah. We kept the drinks. So anyway, we did something. It just seemed perfect. It was spontaneous. It was a movie we didn't know. Everyone said it was great, so we were going to be in for this great experience. It was in 70 millimeter. Turned out to not to be so exciting. In fact, it turned out to be the problem. Well, the problem was the screen was too dark. You can set the projector on different levels, and there's one you can set it on lower settings to preserve the battery and the light itself. And I think that's what they do. They're setting it on the energy saving, and which is a lower light, and it's like, hey, we're paying top dollar to see these movies, put it on the bright light, god damn it.
But let me tell you something. I really find that directors and cinematographers like that dark, burnished look because it appears in more movies than you think.
I understand that they like dark. I understand that, but not. It's still. You can tell the difference when you see a bright scene that takes place in the daytime and it's supposed to be bright. That's when you know if it's the movie itself or if it's the theater, and it's most of the time it's the theater. You would not believe. You'd think in Los Angeles they would take extra care to make sure that you have a prime movie going experience, and they don't.
The movie houses have been making too little money, and so any chance they have to save some, they will. And if one of the ways of saving it, and the audience doesn't care, is to lower the light, that's fine with them.
Well, they don't know. They don't know better. They just think, "Oh, never paid it. This is the way it's supposed to be."
And you're the only one who's complaining.
Yeah, I'm complaining. I'm on a crusade to get the theaters brighter. You know, we're paying top fucking dollar. So fucking charge an extra dollar and put it on the right brightness. Jesus Christ.
Well, then you ought to write a letter to them. No, don't yell at me.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at God and Los Angeles movie theater owners. And
God didn't make the movies, unfortunately.
Okay, just if those movies were made by God, I'd have to say he's not as talented as we thought he was.
I felt that way when I went to see One Battle After Another in VistaVision,
right?
And the film broke down, and the next day they decided they'd do away with it. And I even said then, I said, you know, if directors know that there are only 4 movie houses in the entire country that are suited for VistaVision screenings, they shouldn't make the films in that process then. What the fuck is good is a good format that you want to use
that no one can see
that
correctly.
Nobody can see
correctly.
You know, it's just
yeah. I mean, you gotta applaud them trying to do it, but you just can't pull it off. If you can't pull it off, then don't do it. And turn the fucking projector bulb up. Charge an extra fucking dollar and let us see it the way it's supposed to be seen. Jesus. We're in Los Angeles, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, what is that got to do with it? If you want to see,
this is where they make the movies.
If you want to see a movie on a good screen and see it well, you go to a movie house in New York.
That isn't true.
Oh, look at that.
You got to see it in a screening room where they're screening it for critics. That's the place to see it. That's where you can guarantee it'll be done right.
Well,
short of that, it's a roll of the dice.
Well, I don't know. Every time I went to the movies in New York City, I saw the film brilliantly.
Okay, maybe now they've corrected the problem, but do you remember when we moved there in 1994, how many times we got our money back because something was wrong with the screen? Either something was hanging from the ceiling and blocking part of the screen, or the curtain was the end of the curtain was sideways instead of straight, so the top corner of the screen was getting cut off, or it was always something. Always something.
And then there was always those movie houses that were like tiny, and you had to walk up the slight stairs. And then when the movie started, the exit signs were both
that was the one in Brooklyn,
brightly lit.
That was that theater in Brooklyn.
Oh, God,
where the exit sign was exit
on both sides.
The exit. The one in Brooklyn, the exit door was right below the screen, right. and we saw it. It was sold out show, and people were going in and out constantly. That was when we saw The Sixth Sense. So I saw The Sixth Sense with a door below the middle of the screen and people constantly going in and out.
I think I was with you with that.
You were definitely with me. Definitely. But those days...
I can't tell you how many movies I've seen in recent years that I didn't enjoy, and I hate saying this, because I think movies should be seen not only on the screen on which they were intended, but that it's good to see them with an audience. I've always enjoyed seeing movies with an audience.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
But audiences have become awful. I don't enjoy the experience, and I don't really appreciate the film
Well,
Even if I've seen it in a movie house and I liked it, until I see it on TV and I have captions and I can understand every word, that's just the age too. I'm having an issue about watching movies in the movie house, and I like it. It's still a big screen. There's something I like going up to the movies about, but an experience like the one we had this afternoon, even for 5 minutes. It just, and then you're spending so much.
But that
goddamn
was a good
money.
audience, though. You know who the worst people in the audience was? Us. We were making more noise than anyone else with all the fucking business of the, changing the seats and getting your fucking hearing aids in and all that. We were disturbing other people.
I know,
time.
because you disappeared until it was time for the movie to start.
I was doing things. I was getting shit for us before it started. I don't know why you didn't. Why did you have to wait for me to move one seat over? Why didn't you just move? I'm sorry. I'm yelling. I don't mean to be yelling. There you go, my sweetie pie. There you go, my sweetie pie.